Okay, hello, I'm back. Woo! Alrighty, so this is where we're at with this project. We have put together the pages, we have put together the cover, we have put the pocket in. So I did go ahead and kind of put together these two little pieces, but I did back them on some of this paper onto some craft cardstock. I do need to make two more pieces to put in the pockets inside of here, but I want to now go ahead and sew the signatures in. I'm sorry, we're only sewing one signature in. What I did off camera was to prepare this, and all this is a piece of 1.5 inch wide by 4 inch long craft cardstock that I have scored down the middle and folded in half. I made holes for my guide. I measured from the middle and 1/2 inch from the top and 1/2 inch from the bottom. And oops, I forgot. I need to write top. Okay, so I'm going to have that be the top. It is important to make sure that you label the top so that you can make sure to put the holes in the correct place on both pieces that you're working with. I'm going to, golly, I guess I'm going to go ahead and poke the holes here. So I've just got 3 holes that I'm doing, and I've done them there. Now I'm going to put them in the middle of my signature and make sure all of my pages are right where I want them to be. And go ahead and pop my little clippies on. Make the holes. We got the holes in. Now I'm going to go ahead and take our guide out and set that aside. And now we're ready to go ahead and sew in our signature. We'll need to start by figuring out which thread we're going to use. I should have prepared this. I think I want to do this color right here. I'll go ahead and go 1, 2, 3. A generous 3. We'll see how that works. Okay. I'm going to start this in the middle so that I can put some charms on the end. And I start in the middle like so, right here like that. And the other thing I do is I put a little piece here so that that'll hold it and I won't go too far. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and go up through the top. This is really just a simple pamphlet stitch. Then down to the bottom. I think this is one of the first stitches that I learned how to do when I started kind of doing this. Okay. And then, okay, so I've gone down through the middle, came up through the top, down to the bottom. Now I'm going to go up through the middle again. I do like that pop of green on there. So I'm sometimes when you're coming back up through, it's a little bit harder. Now I've made one. Okay, well that's going to be it for me. I like getting the variegated so you can see the variegated color of this embroidery floss. So now I will go ahead and unleash the pages. Okay, here is the fun part. Now we get to look and see what we've got and figure out the charms we'll put on here. We've got a fun little dragonfly. We'll pop that down here. And I'm just gonna do a little knot in that. Okay. I have to open it up. Ooh. I'll just really quick fast forward through this part. I'm just tying these things on there. It's just tying it with a knot. So I've got my dragonfly and my other little piece that has the heart and the handmade sign on. So I'm going to get this closer. So these are our charms here. I hope you can see that. I've got the tiny heart with the handmade, and I've got this little dragonfly. I thought that would be super fun on here. And look at how that turned out on the back. I do like that. I really like the variegated, how you can see the different colors, both on the inside and on the outside spine. So I'm really happy with that. So I wanted to show you how I'm going to use my frame punch board to make a tag. I'm going to go ahead and start by rounding the bottom corners of my tag. I want to show you how I make kind of a little scallopy kind of a top on this. I love my frame punch board, but it's a kind of an expensive tool, and I wanted it to have more than one function. So I kind of came up with this idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little things off, and I'm going to center this in here. And it's not an exact science here. Obviously, my eyes, I'm eyeballing it, and my eyesight isn't always amazing. But I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to turn it around. I'm putting this down here to where you can see there's that first little thing there. And I'm going to go ahead and I've got a piece like this. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this down here at the corner round on one side, and then I'm going to put it to, I want to say it's 75, and I'll put it up here. Now you just got to make sure, because you can have a tendency to kind of push it. You don't want to push it. You just want to keep it so that it's even right there with that. So we're just gonna go to that at the 0.75 and go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna turn it and do the same thing. Now you have a piece that looks like this, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to square it off. Okay. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take these pieces off again. Just set those aside. I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to put this in here. I can kind of see the edge of this right here, right there. And that's where I'm going to go ahead and make sure that so you can see the edges right there. Okay, hope you can see that. Okay, that's kind of the idea of where I'm going to go ahead and punch, right like that. So now you see that. And I'll do the same thing here, turning it over, and there's where I've got it. Okay, so then that's what I've got right here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut that off. So now, this is the piece that we have. And now I'm going to set an eyelet. I'll go ahead and fast forward through this. You guys know how to set the eyelet. I'm just putting the hole in and going ahead and putting in the eyelet and setting it. I do love my Crop-A-Dial. It's just a super fun tool, and I highly recommend getting one if you can. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop a little piece of sari silk into the top of this little tag that we've made really quick, and there we have it. And pop that back here like that, and that is what that will look like in the very back. On this project, what's kind of cool is that you can really use a lot of the little offcuts, or if you have the little notebook pages like I used, I mean, those kinds of things. It's a really simple, easy project, or it can be. I've probably made it more than it should be, but you know, that's just how I roll. Okay, so I wanted to do a really quick final walkthrough, flip through video of this little project that we made up together. I hope you guys like it. So here's the front and here's the back. Now I'll unwrap, and here's what the back looks like unwrapped. Then we're gonna open it up, and we've got this yummy little cluster here, and we're gonna open her up, and we have a journaling card here, a cluster here, and a lot of really nice blank pages to journal. I like the way this ruffle turned out. And we've got a pocket here with a little tag. We've got our little tab up top. And we've got a little mini paper clip with a tag here. Then the decorative sewing. And I feel like these pieces really added a lot to the pages, so I'm really liking that. Here's a cluster. And honestly, making the clusters was so much fun. Here's something that is really fun. I love this little piece, and this was just a piece that we tore off from making our pocket. And one thing that I like about these little books, here's another tab, is that you can use little pieces. There's just all kinds of things. You could use little bits and pieces, whatever you have kind of hanging around. And it makes it easy to make something like this. Now we've got this one, and here I want to show the little pieces, our little book jewelry. We'll call it our book jewelry. So I've got a dragonfly, and then I've got these little, I hope you can see this, they're a little heart. There's a handmade sign, and then there's a heart. Okay, I'm trying really hard. So I hope you can see that. And I do like the lacy edges. I really, really like the way that this book turned out, this little journal. Here's our little cluster. And really, making clusters is so much fun. I don't know if I already said that. I probably did, because I repeat myself a lot, I found. Everybody needs to be making videos and finding out all of the things that they're doing. My kids would tell me all of the time, Mom, you start a sentence and you don't finish it. I'm like, no, I finished it. In my mind, I finished all my sentences, just so that you guys know. One of the things about video editing is that I try to edit that out a lot. I really like this little paper that I found. It's really cute, and it's with the little paper clip. I love this. Okay, then we've got this little journaling card, and just, oh my goodness, I don't know if you can hear my ducks, but they're out there making some noise this morning. Here's some sari silk on the edge. Here's our tab. I like to try to make it so that all the pages are interesting, but also there's lots of good place to write down things. So make it look good and functional. So this little piece, putting this little piece of sari silk was a little bit hard because of the gold threads. It was a little bit stiff trying to make it into a ruffle. And I think that's it. We have this right here, this little piece, and I'm gonna throw, I have these little pieces that I kept with the journal. These are gonna be going to whoever gets the journal. And here's our little tag that we made. I really like it with the sewing and all that. And that is what we've got right there. Oh my goodness. I think I better go take care of the ducks. They sound a little bit like they want to be taken care of. Anyway, this has been a really fun project. I will be releasing a video with all of the books that I made. And you know what? Because you're here, I'm going to do a sneak peek. I'm going to give you guys a first look at the other books that I've made. Do you want to see them? I'm just going to give you guys, I'll put this up here. I'm going to give you guys just a really quick little sneaky peek. So here is the book that I originally made. So you guys can watch the video of a flip through on that one. Alrighty. Here are these ones. So first of all, we have the brown one with the butterfly, the green one with the peacock, the, let's go, light blue with the birds, the dark blue with the hummingbird, and and the gray one with the butterfly. Okay, so I'll be doing a separate video where we kind of show, where I show all of these. So look out for that one, and thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.